All right, and we are back. And today we're back with another video about black holes. Now, who better to explain black holes? And this episode is actually what if you destroy a black hole is Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt is a great channel. I'm sure you all know them. More of you guys are going to be coming just to watch reactions for Kurzgesagt than people who just never heard of them before. So if you haven't heard of them before, go check out my other chat, my other video. I already had a video with them and it was incredible. So go ahead and check that out. But if you had never heard of them before, or wait, no, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say if you have heard of them before, but you don't, subscribe to them, go ahead right now, take a look at the link in the description below and go ahead and subscribe to them. Make sure to like the videos, comment below, let them know that I sent you. See if you can convince them to subscribe to me, because I feel like that'd be personally cool. And also, if you haven't already, you should go ahead and subscribe to me. Go ahead and go ahead and comment below, go ahead and subscribe. Create a second channel, subscribe twice. It's all good. I don't care. And guys, remember, YouTube, if they find out that you did not like, comment, or subscribe to this channel, they will come through that door and they will. What happens if you destroy a black hole?
Black holes can destroy everything, but can they be destroyed? What happens if we push physics to the absolute limit, maybe even breaking it and the universe in the process? Let's create a tiny black hole about the mass of our moon in the Kurzgesagt labs and try to rip it apart.
Okay.
Experiment 1. Nuke it. Big booms break things, so to set the mood, let's explode the world's entire nuclear arsenal around our black hole. Boom. Black holes swallow whatever crosses their event horizon, matter and energy. And since E equals mc squared, all the energy that enters a black hole increases its mass. The mass of a black hole is proportional to...
Yeah, you're just making it more powerful this way. This is like chopping off the heads of the dragon thing in the Hercules movie, and then more heads keep growing. Like you'd have to slowly dissipate the black hole, right? Like you'd have to just drain energy from it, slowly be able to bounce off get the energy that's coming out of it, because even though it absorbs everything, because of there's some law that I remember that's one of the laws of I think the Hawkins radiation, right? So as Hawkins radiation has happened, slowly but surely a little bit of information or data or material, whatever matter, whatever is coming off a black hole, but it's happening in such small amounts that it would take trillions and trillions of years for a black hole to fully evaporate. But black holes evaporate as far as I'm aware.
to its size, so as we nuke our tiny black hole, it just gets bigger and more massive. Experiment 2. Antimatter. Matter and antimatter annihilate each other.
Wait, do we got antimatter just laying around? Do we got some of that? Do we know what antimatter is? Do we know the AntiLife Equation?
What will happen if we throw...
Shout out to anybody who knows about DC Comics. Only DC comic fans will know about the AntiLife
the
Equation.
moon's massive antimatter at it? Unfortunately, when an object enters a black hole, the black hole will completely delete its past identity, whether it's made of matter or of antimatter. Black holes only care about gravity, which only depends on the total mass energy of an object. And the mass of a particle is the same as its corresponding antiparticle, so throwing an anti-moon has the same effect as throwing a moon. The black hole just gets more massive. This deleting ability of black holes is pretty interesting. It means that despite their size and power, black holes are, in a way, similar to elementary particles. An elementary particle like an electron is an extremely simple object, fully specified by just 3 numbers: its mass, spin, and charge. And amazingly, the same is true for black holes. They have a mass, they can rotate, and carry an electric charge. Once a black hole forms, it doesn't matter if it comes from a collapsed star, an anti-star, or a banana, it will always be fully described by those 3 numbers, nothing else. But if a black hole is basically a weird particle, could we destroy it with an anti-black hole? Experiment 3.
Hole?
Anti-black hole.
Wait, again, do we have this technology? I'm assuming this is a fictional realm here. Why are anti-black hole? Are they just adding anti to everything in this and just saying like, "Hey, you got this. Well, let's do the reverse of this." Like, come on, go with my idea.
Exciting. A particle has the same mass as its corresponding antiparticle, but opposite charge. Since a black hole has mass and electric charge, its corresponding anti-black hole should have the same mass and opposite electric charge. What if we make them collide? Sadly, the charge will just add up and cancel out. So after the collision, we'll just get a new black hole twice as massive with no charge. Okay, we need to think bigger and stretch physics harder. Experiment 4. Destroy the event horizon. It's true that a black hole can carry spin and charge, but even for these crazy objects, there are limits. If the spin or the charge of a black hole becomes too large, something really weird will happen. The event horizon will dissolve. In a simplified way, we think of black holes as hiding a singularity inside, an infinitely compressed mass with such strong gravity that absolutely nothing can escape from its surroundings, not even light. This is why a black hole looks like a black sphere of nothingness. The event horizon is the outer edge of this ultimate prison. Cross it and you'll never be able to come back. But when a black hole rotates, it works a bit like a spinning washing machine. It's as if the rotation wants to repel nearby objects and push them out of the black hole, which doesn't happen because its gravity is so strong. But if the rotation gets too fast, this effect will win and the event horizon will disappear. Nearby objects won't be imprisoned forever anymore. The same thing happens with the electric charge. Make it too large and our ironclad jail will break open. If we manage to destroy the event horizon, the singularity would still be there, and objects would still naturally fall towards it. If you hit it, you would still die horribly and quickly. But the vicinity of the singularity won't be an inescapable prison anymore. You could get as close as you want and come back. This should count as destroying the black hole. Can we do it? Experiment 5.
Technically, I will give you a technicality. You're destroying the black hole. That does seem like you're just masking the issue.
Overfeeding. All we have to do is to overcharge or overspin the black hole. We could do this by throwing objects with a small mass and a lot of charge or angular momentum so that the charge or spin increases faster than the mass. We have to overfeed the black hole until it reaches the point where it breaks open. However, whether you can actually do this is the subject of passionate argument among physicists. Think of a charged black hole. Equal charges repel each other, and the more of the same charges you squish together, the more they push back. So let's say that we have a negatively charged black hole and we want to overfeed it with electrons, for example, whose charge is far larger than its mass. The electrons will feel an electrostatic repulsion, and the more electrons we throw, the larger the negative charge of the black hole will be and the stronger the repulsion. But once we reach the upper limit, the electrostatic repulsion will be so strong that it won't allow any more electrons to come in. At this point, the black hole will refuse to be overfed. With the spin, it's similar. Once the black hole reaches its upper limit, it won't gobble more spin. But some scientists have discovered what looks like a loophole. If an instant before the black hole reaches the limit, we throw the right amount of matter in just the right way, it looks like we could actually overfeed it. Most scientists are skeptical, but let's give it.
I'm very skeptical about this one now. This just feels like this is not going to work. Like, I'm sorry. Like, something about this just tells me this is just somebody who just theoretically was like, yeah, maybe this will work. But I don't even think the person who thought of this was 100% confident that this theory held a lot of weight to it. Like, I feel like they were just kind of like, this is one of those chill theories. This is one of those like, hey, it's Saturday night, guys. Like, let's go hang out. But before we do, let me write down this theory right quick. That's just my opinion, guys.
To try anyway. The end? Breaking physics. There is a catch, though. The event horizon of a black hole hides the singularity. So destroying the horizon would leave us with a naked singularity, one that is not hidden by an event horizon. And this poses a problem. It could mean the end of physics as we know it. There's a big dirty secret about black holes. Contrary to widespread belief, the singularity of a black hole is not really at its center. No, it's in the future of whatever crosses the horizon. Black holes warp the universe so drastically that at the event horizon, space and time switch their roles. Once you cross it, falling towards the center means going towards the future. That's why you can't escape. Stopping your fall and turning back would be just as impossible as stopping time and traveling to the past. So the singularity is actually in your future, not in front of you. And just like you can't see your own future, you won't see the singularity until you hit it. But you also can't hit something that's in your future, only sort of experience it, like you'll experience your next birthday when it happens. Singularities that are in the future are not a problem because we can't see them or interact with them. But a naked singularity would be in front of us for all of us to see. What would we see? Well, the whole point is that it's impossible to know. A singularity is a region of infinite gravity, and gravity is the bending of space-time. At a singularity, the bending is so radical that the fabric of space-time is literally broken. Space and time don't exist anymore. This means that you can't predict anything, since predicting means making a forecast about where and when something will happen. But where and when have lost their meaning. So we have an unpredictable thing with infinite gravity and therefore infinite energy. This means that anything could come out of it for no reason, from a pile of bananas to lost socks or a solar system. Predictability, causality, and physics as we know it would break down. We think that singularities should exist in nature because we can prove that under very general conditions, gravitational collapse leads to the formation of singularities. However, scientists think that nature forbids the formation of naked singularities. Something enforces the creation of an event horizon around them to prevent their insanity from infecting the rest of the universe. Without event horizons, physics may not make sense at all. So although
I do love the idea of like the sense, like they're pretty much making it seem like the singularity is like a being, like something that actually has a presence to it. Like they're not actually trying to make it seem like that, but the way they're describing it gives me the thought that this is like an imprisoned being, that it has to be imprisoned within the black hole, which leads me to thinking of like a whole type of like comic book type movie scenario, whatever, where there's like this is where, like, I don't know, God trapped like some type of demonic creatures and they're now black holes, and that's why black holes are bad, is because secretly they just are like prisons for some type of super powerful evil creatures. These are things that just pop up into my brain when I heard that, guys. Also, they didn't just try the experiment of just like absorbing energy from the black hole slowly, like, you know, or in this scientific we're making things up scenario fast. Like they just have another thing that just like, you know, absorbs small amounts of energy from this thing, but then do that at a rapid rate. Again, I just feel like you could have done this. Use the whole Hawkins radiation thing to your advantage.
Black holes have been portrayed as the ultimate monsters of the universe, they may actually be the heroes that keep us safe from the madness of singularities. So if we do destroy the horizon, we might destroy the fundamental rules of the universe. You know what? Let's not do that. Conclusion: the safe option. As far as we know, there's just one safe method to destroy a black hole: wait. All black holes emit tiny particles, a phenomenon called Hawking radiation. This process causes them to slowly lose mass until they eventually evaporate, leaving behind no horizon and no naked singularity. The time it takes for a black hole to completely evaporate depends on its mass. For our mini black hole the size of a speck of dust, it will be about 10 to the power of 44 years, 10 billion trillion times the present age of the universe. So is it possible to destroy a black hole? Yes, we just have to wait.
Thank you.
But you don't have to wait that long. There are plenty of fascinating things to explore right here on this planet
Really?
right now, if
Are
you have
there?
the knowledge to understand them. To help you with
Guys.
that, we've
I believe this is an advertisement. Now, unfortunately, this advertisement will not help me But what I will do instead is, because I am a fan, I will give you the advertisement. So, guys, this video from Kurzgesagt was sponsored by Brilliant. Brilliant is an amazing website where you guys can go and learn how to study things on your own. A lot of different creators have resources on Brilliant. They have their own things on Brilliant. You can get additional videos from them. And guess what? You can go to brilliant.org/nutshell and you will get a promotional discount from them or something with them. Start with introduction classes. Let's say you want to learn about probability and statistics. Bam, they got introduction to probability. They got applied probability. They have statistics fundamentals. You will literally be able to be like, yo, what proportion of moviegoers saw both movies? And you will know that type of information. You will know that not everybody watches the second movie. You'll be exploring. You'll know the difference between misleading graphs and proper graphs. Like, what does this graph actually mean right now? What are they talking about here? This is like Starbucks customer count by age. What's the difference? What's wrong here? Is it the age, sizes, or the ranges? Honestly, it's this is a weird range. I'll be honest. Learn about GDPs. Learn about how much money countries make and how they're making their money, guys. Learn it all on Brilliant. Go to brilliant.org/nutshell. Use their promo code. You'll get 20% off memberships on all their content. Unlock it, 20% off. That is good money you guys are saving. Let's say it's $100. You guys are going to save 20% of that. That's $20. It's probably not $100. It might be more like $10, which means you guys are saving $2. It's only going to be $8 for you guys, theoretically, if that is the real price. I don't know.
Everything fits together. The next limited edition pin is here, kicking off the new script writing team here at Kurzgesagt comes up with all those.
How do they come up with all this stuff?
Next existential dread-inducing topic. It landed on black holes. I guess we'll have to obey the wheel. What? Space is infinite? Yes, let's lean into that. Brain-eating amoeba? We'll turn it into a video. And since we don't want to gatekeep, we turned it into a pin, so everyone can get inspired by a new jolt of existential dread every day. It will also look great on your jacket or backpack. Pre-order of this very special limited edition pin is available for only 72 hours, so order now before time runs out. Add it to your collection or start a new one. The next limited edition pin will be revealed soon.
That's funny because this character kind of reminded me of like Ash from Pokemon. Pretty sure that's what they were going for. But also, that's a great deal. Guys, this was a good episode. Again, Kurzgesagt, make sure you're following them. Make sure you're going, getting some information. I'm so glad at the end they actually took my advice. Once again, guys, I know I'm going to have to fight the rumors that I actually am part of this team because obviously I'm just brilliant. I was able to figure out the real solution to this at the very first moment of this video, and anyone who says anything other is a liar. They do not know what they're talking about. Do not believe them. Listen to me because I knew what I was talking about. Am I a scientist? I'm a little bit of a scientist myself. If anyone gets that reference, then congratulations, you're part of the cool club. If you don't get that reference, you need to watch Spider-Man. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That's where you're gonna learn that type of stuff from. Maybe that last Spider-Man movie. I can't remember it like that, guys. All right, guys, I'm rambling on. This video was great. If you liked my reactions to this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you comment below. Make sure you comment any recommendations of any other videos. And if you did not like my video or reaction, why are you still here? That is wild. Get out of here. What are you doing? But yeah, guys, as always, I appreciate anyone who's staying along this a while, who's staying here this long. I am speaking ridiculously right now. So I will go ahead and take that as a sign to say peace. Bye.